Okay, buckle up, buttercups, because the next piece of news is absolutely wild. We're talking peak political absurdity. Imagine politicians not just yelling, but actually throwing hands.
Wait, like physically fighting in a government building? Over what? The last donut in the break room?
Almost. Try cryptocurrency allegations in Argentina's Congress. Actual punches were thrown on the chamber floor. It's madness.
Argentina crypto politics. Honestly, Kiki, the combination itself sounds like a recipe for complete chaos. It's almost predictable someone would eventually start swinging.
Right? Predictable but still insane to actually see happen. So picture this. March 12th, the Argentine Congress. They're debating, things get heated, and suddenly it's an all-out brawl. We're talking shoves, insults flying like confetti, chairs getting knocked the fuck over.
Goodness, it paints such a visceral picture. The collapse of formal discourse into something so primal, right there on the floor where laws are supposed to be made. It feels heavy, like a symbol of something broken.
Heavy, maybe, but also incredibly unprofessional. Where was security? You'd think a place like Congress would have measures to prevent elected officials from turning the place into a low-budget fight club. Pathetic, really.
Fight club is right, but what sparked this political royal rumble, you ask? Nina, you'll appreciate the financial angle here.
Lay it on me. What financial disaster prompted the fisticuffs this time? Don't tell me it's about inflation again.
Close, but way juicier. The opposition was pushing hard for an investigation into President Javier Milei's campaign links to an alleged $300 million crypto rug pull scam.
A rug pull? That term sounds so evocative. Like pulling the ground out from under someone? What exactly does it mean in the crypto world?
It's pretty much exactly what it sounds like, Ella. Developers hype up a new crypto project, get people to invest money, and then disappear, taking all the funds with them. They pull the rug out, leaving investors with worthless tokens. It's theft, plain and simple, just wrapped in blockchain jargon. $300 million is a massive rug pull.
Oh, that's dreadful. The betrayal, people investing hope and money into something, only for it to vanish into thin air. I can understand the anger, the sense of violation.
Exactly. So imagine finding out your president's campaign might be tangled up in that kind of shady shit. No wonder people lost their minds. Though honestly, are we surprised? Politicians might be dipping into dodgy crypto schemes. Seems on brand. Do these old dudes even know what a blockchain is? Or did they just see dollar signs?
Whether they understand the tech is almost irrelevant. If campaign funds, potentially public or donated money, were funneled into a scam like this, it raises enormous questions about integrity, oversight, and potential corruption at the highest levels. That's the real spark.
And the man right in the middle of this storm is President Javier Milei. Anyone familiar with him? He's not exactly your typical politician.
I've heard of him. The self-proclaimed anarcho-capitalist, the chainsaw guy. His whole persona seems designed to provoke.
Chainsaw guy, yes. Flamboyant libertarian, economist with wild hair, took office in December 2023, promising drastic changes. Definitely unconventional.
He came in swinging, pardon the pun, during a period of severe economic crisis in Argentina, triple-digit inflation, deep recession. His shock therapy economic policies are already controversial. So, a financial scandal involving crypto linked to his campaign, it lands in a pre-existing atmosphere of extreme tension and desperation. People are probably on edge anyway.
It sounds like his presidency is a lightning rod for drama. Controversy seems to follow him, or perhaps he cultivates it. This brawl feels like just another act in a very turbulent political theater.
And that's the truly outrageous part, right? It's not just another potential corruption story. It's the fact that it escalated to literal physical violence between lawmakers on the Congress floor. It's like watching a reality TV show meltdown, but it's the government. Political cage match live.
It highlights a total breakdown of institutional norms. Forget decorum. It shows a fundamental lack of respect for the process, for each other, and frankly, for the citizens they represent. If campaign funds were indeed misused in the $300 million scam, the anger is justified, but resorting to violence in Congress? It's an embarrassment that undermines any legitimate point they might have. It makes them all look like thugs.
Perhaps that desperation Nina mentioned, when people feel unheard, when channels for accountability seem blocked, sometimes that frustration boils over in ugly ways. Maybe they felt a physical confrontation was the only way to express the depth of their outrage or demand attention when debate failed them. It's still wrong, but perhaps understandable on a purely emotional level.
Understandable? Ollie, you're too kind. These are grown-ass adults in suits throwing punches over digital beanie babies. It's hilarious and pathetic.
Beyond the spectacle, this incident really taps into the murky intersection of cryptocurrency and power. Crypto often operates in regulatory gray areas, which can make it appealing for moving money discreetly, or unfortunately, for illicit activities like scams or potentially hiding funding sources.
And that feeds into those conspiracy vibes the brief mentioned, doesn't it? The feeling that there are hidden currents of money and influence operating beneath the surface. Now, using these new, complex digital tools, it touches on age-old anxieties about power, secrecy, and who really controls the flow of wealth. Crypto just adds a modern, techie layer to it.
Oh yeah, politicians finding new and exciting ways to be corrupt. First it was bags of cash, then offshore accounts. Now it's shitcoins and rug pulls. Gotta admire the innovation. I guess they always adapt. It's almost inspiring in a deeply cynical way. Fucking crooks.
It definitely presents huge challenges for governance. How do you regulate something that's decentralized, global, and constantly evolving? How do you ensure transparency when the whole point of some crypto projects seems to be opacity? This brawl is an extreme symptom of a much larger problem governments worldwide are grappling with. They barely understand it, let alone control it.
It's fascinating in a grim way. We create these powerful new technologies, digital realms, virtual currencies, but they inevitably collide with the same old human failings. Greed, mistrust, the hunger for power, the resort to violence when words fail. Technology changes, but maybe human nature doesn't. Not really.
It's like all the crazy drama you see in online crypto forums and Telegram groups finally spilled out into the real world and landed smack bang in the middle of a national congress. The nerds in the suits are finally throwing down. Welcome to the future, I guess. It's messier than we thought. Seriously though, can we just appreciate the sheer, unadulterated chaos? Lawmakers brawling over crypto allegations tied to a chainsaw-wielding president. You couldn't write this stuff? It's the peak of our current simulation, folks.
While the absurdity is notable, the underlying issues are serious. Whether it's dollars, pesos, or Bitcoin, the need for financial transparency and political accountability remains critical. This spectacle shouldn't distract from the demand to know if campaign funds were misused and if laws were broken. That needs investigation, regardless of the circus.
It serves as a rather stark, dramatic symbol of the state of political discourse in many places today, doesn't it? The polarization, the breakdown in communication, the erosion of trust, leading to literal blows on a chamber floor. It's a sobering image, even amidst the absurdity, a sign of troubled times perhaps.